I'm Cynical Zombie, and we're going off trail. Good afternoon, everybody. I am coming to you this afternoon from the city of Crystal Lake, Illinois. It is at this location that we're gonna go off trail. Recently I put out a video, an off-trail video, where we started from East Dundee and made our way all the way to Huntley. I showed you guys a way to get there. Although that is not a perfect ride, it is one way to get to Huntley. And then even more recently, I did a ride involving the Longmeadow Parkway and that trail there, and it showed the deficiency between, there's a big gap where Huntley is not getting access to the trail like they should, because they would otherwise have easy, safe access to the Fox River Trail. So, and yet another way to see how we can get to Huntley. That brings us to today's edition of Off Trail. So I'm right here in downtown Crystal Lake. This is Main Street and Brink Street. This is Main Street and Crystal Lake Avenue. This is the Prairie Trail. The Prairie Trail goes down this way and turns right down here, and then it hangs a left on a side street, and it goes a couple streets over, and then it reconnects right around Lorraine Drive when you get into Stearns Woods. So I picked this route looking in satellite view to figure out if there's a way from the Prairie Trail in Crystal Lake to make our way safely to Huntley. As you can see, we're sort of stair-stepping all the way down to make our way into Huntley here. Some of them are going to be side streets, other ones are going to be little neighborhood trails. But what we're going to end up doing is heading south here and then making our way just a little bit on the Prairie Trail. We're going to cut through a neighborhood, we're going to hop on to Dole Avenue and cross 14 basically into where the actual Crystal Lake is. And then we're going to pick up a series of side streets and trails and hopefully, slowly but surely, make our way into Huntley. Now, if you guys have seen the last couple of videos, the video I did yesterday was, oh shit, what was the name of that place? The video I did yesterday was Spring Bluff Forest Preserve. So I'm still in that weekend, although now it's Monday, but we had a really fantastic Saturday, Sunday, and Monday temperature and weather-wise here in the Chicagoland area. So I had to take a half day today because it's so beautiful, and very likely, sadly though, our last 80-degree day of the year. It's supposed to get up to 81 today, so super excited to get outside. So today being Monday, unfortunately, when we get into Huntley, BBQ King is closed. So we're going to go to the American Legion right next to it, but the main point of this ride is just to see if we could find a safe way from the Prairie Trail here in Crystal Lake all the way down into downtown Huntley. According to AllTrails, this ride one way is 11 miles. So let's check it out. All right, so we made it to Main Beach in Crystal Lake here. The swim area is closed and bikes are not allowed inside the park. That's unfortunate. So far so good. This first street that we pull on had a bike route sign, and then these side streets here were no big deal. Once you got onto Dole, you have a bike lane from the entire time we got onto Dole, crossing 14 all the way to this point right here. So that's good. So now it looks like we're going to be taking a series of side streets, and it looks like we pick up a trail here that kind of cuts us all the way through over this way. So let's check that out. since I was passing it, figured I'd stop here. This is the Dole Mansion, circa, looks like 1865. Well, it looks like we're about to cut through Willows Edge Park. Cutting through this whole area here and through back here, some of this needs some work. Some of it's paved, some of it's not. There are spots that definitely need work, but it's pretty cool. Definitely worth checking out if you're going to explore this way like I am. So now, I mean, it's nice, it's wide. I'm just a little shocked that this is still Crystal Lake. I would have thought that this would be like Lake in the Hills by now, but I guess not. So we're coming up on this Willows Edge Park, and then it looks like we're gonna have to cross Ackman Road over, which is this street here. All right, so I see the side trail here. It looks like it goes right under Willows Edge Park. The route that I'm following goes over it. So I'm just gonna go here and make my way down and back. Not actually part of the ride, but never been down there. So let's check it out. As always, when given an opportunity, let's take a moment to recognize Old Glory, waving in the breeze, as she should. Well, we did in fact make it to Huntley. This is Huntley Fire Station number 2, right over here. So it looks like Halligus Road. We're going to follow the trail here and then follow the same trail that we did, taking the way that starts in Algonquin, although my video started it in East Dundee. You could start this ride from Algonquin. So we would connect up to here, and then the rest of the way would be exactly the same way that we went. So it is proven a success at this point. If you stair-step your way between the Prairie Trail in downtown Crystal Lake, you can make your way to Huntley. The bike says 9.4 miles, AllTrails says 9.32. We're not all the way there yet. We probably have, I think it initially said 11 miles, so we got about 1.5 miles to go, slightly more. All of the subdivisions that we cut through on side streets, there was barely any traffic. The houses were really nice. The whole area was really nice. All of the little connecting trails through there. Some of them need some work, but overall definitely rideable. And then from this point, these trails, it should be rideable the rest of the way. So let's check that out. All right, so as you saw, we made it successfully to the American Legion in Huntley. That's over here, a couple doors down from the BBQ King, which is closed on Mondays. Right next to the BBQ King here, this new Cafe Roma coming soon. It looks like they've done a lot of work since the last time I was down here. On a Monday afternoon, a tall Miller Lite at the American Legion, only $3. It's actually an amazing price. Well, as I mentioned before, this was definitely a success, making our way from the Prairie Trail in Crystal Lake, cutting through from subdivision to subdivision, from trails to side streets. This is definitely the safest of the 3 potential ways to get into Huntley from the Prairie Trail or the Fox River Trail. As you saw in the Long Meadow Parkway video, you still have a couple of miles that you're gonna have to ride if you wanna ride on a street in order to get to downtown Huntley going that way because of the unfinished segment of trail. And those cars are going by at like 55 miles per hour or more. So 11 miles making our way from Crystal Lake to Huntley. I like this way quite a bit. I'm glad I checked it out, and I couldn't have asked for a nicer day to be able to do that. I think my wife would enjoy this ride, so I think at some point when BBQ King is open, we're actually going to do this ride down from Crystal Lake to the Huntley area. We'll eat at BBQ King. But on the way down, I did not ride on it, but I did notice we passed this Woods Creek Park, and there is a side trail. And just following it, it looks like it keeps going and going and going to Big Sky Park, and then makes its way down into whatever subdivision this is, and then it looks like there's another trail that picks up. So I'm going to explore more of this the next time we're out this way. But definitely a cool ride, and it took me through areas of Crystal Lake and Lakewood and Lake in the Hills that I've never been before. I've never cut through this way, so very cool to check this whole area out. I'm going to check it out on the map to see if we actually save time or not. I mean, I'm curious to see what it would be if we went from that same spot in Crystal Lake and just came down the Prairie Trail into Algonquin and then cut over the same way. I wonder how long that'll take, so I'll put that up on the screen. Let me know what you think of this off-trail ride in the comments below. If you are familiar with this area and you know of somewhere I should check out the next time I'm here, definitely let me know. As always, if you enjoy this content, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel grow. If you're interested in supporting this channel and helping us get to more trails, please consider a super thanks. And that's all I got today from Huntley, Illinois. I'll catch you on the next ride. Do you have a trail recommendation for me? Let me know in the comments below.